Hi, this is John with Story or Chit. In my part of the series, what I'm going to be doing is talking about two different games each episode that are in my Quiver or that I think are Quiver worthy. So my first game that I would like to talk about is Fantasy Realms. And I'll bring that right over here. Fantasy Realms is about 20 minutes and plays 3 to 6 players. It's published by WizKids. It came out 2 years ago, I think. It's essentially just a rule book, a small deck of cards, and a rule sheet, which I did make a custom rule sheet for this because the printed ones that come with it don't quite fit into the Quiver well. I will upload this to BGG for anybody else who wants to print one out. I just printed out an 8.5 by 11 and fold it 4 times. And there are 8 score sheets per page if you print front and back, which is how I designed it. And it condenses all the information down very nicely. In this series, I'm not going to be teaching you how to play any of these games, but I'll kind of talk about what I like about them. So Fantasy Realms is really great because it's just a single deck of cards and it's very simple to teach. Because of the simplicity and all the interaction being in the cards, then it makes it really nice for conventions, especially like late at night where everyone's a little bit tired from the day. And players in this game are just trying to craft a hand of cards. And then at the end of the game, they're just scoring their hand of cards, but each one has a different interaction. This one is, it gets bonus points based on the sum of the strength of all the armies in your hand. And the protection rune clears all the penalties on your card, so if you were going to get minus points from something, you wouldn't. So you're just trying to draft cards and pit them up and build the best hand possible. Like I said, it plays in about 20 minutes, and it's super easy to teach. So this one will almost always have a place in my Quiver. The next game I want to talk about is Bottle Imp, published by Z-Man Games. I think it's maybe been republished by somebody else, but the copy I have is Z-Man. I've had this copy for a long time. You can see the cards are kind of worn. Bottle Imp is a trick-taking game for 3 or 4 players. So there is no 2-player, and it doesn't play more, but it's one of my favorite trick-taking games. It has a very unique distribution of cards. You can see that even though it's 4 different suits, they're kind of clumped up in 3 different suits, sorry. They're clumped up in weird patterns. In this game, you are trying to win the most tricks, but one of the cards is the Bottle Imp, and that's the 19, the 19 is the Bottle Imp. And this is based on the Robert Louis Stevenson story of the same name. And the theme kind of comes through in an interesting way, because in that story, the Bottle Imp would grant your wishes, but whoever owned it when they died would go to hell. So in this, you're trying to you're trying to take the Bottle Imp because it lets you win tricks, but if you have it at the end of the round, all of the tricks that you won are worth negative points instead of positive points. And kind of like some other games, the points are the coin value on the card. So you can judge the lower cards, which actually win tricks if they're under the Bottle Imp's value, are worth less points, but they're powerful because you can capture better cards with it. So this game plays in about half an hour, depending on to an hour, if you play for different score values. You can play multiple rounds or just one round. But I think because, again, it's a very small deck and just a set of rules, I always put all my rules up here in the top part, so that's usually full. I emptied everything out so I could film these. But that's one of the reasons I think that Bottle Imp deserves a spot in your Quiver. So those are the 2 games for this episode, Bottle Imp and Fantasy Realms. If you catch me at a convention, I almost always have my Quiver on me, so I would love to play either of these games with you. Have a great day and have fun gaming. Bye.